Seriously? I gotta end the year with this? This is The Process Shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a haunted movie theater, and I've seen Tom and Jerry, a new, but not too new, semi-animated comedy film from director Tim Story. It follows the classic cat and mouse duo Tom and Jerry as they make their way through their biggest adventure of all, surviving in New York City. Or, well, a very small section of it. Anyways, before the two actually do anything, the movie sets up a storyline involving humans. Specifically, a young woman named Kayla working the gig economy to pay her dues. She ends up scamming her way into a position at a high-class hotel, within which Jerry also takes up quarters. Tom, on the other hand, ends up being hired by Kayla as a mouse catcher when Jerry is spotted by others. Together, the three have to learn how to keep the peace so that Kayla can keep her job, especially now that she has the task of organizing a celebrity wedding. If that sounds a bit complicated, then you're in luck. The movie takes its sweet time getting to anything resembling a plot, and whenever it does, it never seems to know quite what to do with it. Instead of trying to progress the story forward in an explicit or logical manner, it tends to introduce plot points and ideas that go nowhere significant and are subsequently ignored. There are a few moments where scenes kinda just stop to develop the narrative, but they also come and go whenever the movie needs to remind you that there's supposed to be a story. If it weren't obvious, the rest of the plot is pretty predictable and safe, with no real surprises or imagination to be had. The only thing that really keeps Tom and Jerry from being any shorter is the additional padding with the titular characters, who are effectively part of the supporting cast and are stuck in the background throughout much of the film. It's not so much that they cause things to happen, but more that things happen to them. The film does have an interesting aspect in how it's much more interesting to look at everything going on around the characters and action than the actual meat of the film itself. Tom and Jerry is primarily set inside of a luxury hotel, and while it may just be a bunch of set pieces, it's still designed very well, with enough attention to detail that you can believe it to be a real place worth staying in. Either that, or I'm just projecting. To be fair, I haven't been in a hotel for years. In any case, the special effects are also a genuine highlight of the film, with the antics of Tom, Jerry, and other animated characters meshing very well with the real-world environments around them, often for the sake of destruction and mayhem, of course. It's at least an indication of some sort of desire for a creative presentation to justify the hybrid visuals. The animation is also integrated pretty neatly, using 3D models shaded and rendered to appear as 2D drawings. It's a choice that works, but only in short bursts, and if you look too closely, the illusion kinda fails. But, again, the movie doesn't quite give you much to want to look at. Despite its technical highlights, there's little of anything else of substance within the film to keep your attention for long. Tom and Jerry, Tim Story, 2021. 1 star. I don't recommend watching it. Anyways, that's it for me. If you like this review, leave it a like. If you like the movie more, you're wrong. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel for more reviews. The only other thing I can say is that, at the very least, it seems as though the cast had fun making the movie. I can only imagine how well they were paid.